Have you noticed that some motorcycles get older, but somehow become even better? Today, we're counting down 5 Japanese cruiser motorcycles that have earned legendary status for their comfort, reliability, and timeless character. These aren't flashy trend chasers. These are machines built to go the distance. And for many riders, especially senior riders, they represent the very best of what motorcycling should be. Let's start the countdown. Number 5. Kawasaki Vulcan 900. Classic. The Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic is proof that bigger isn't always better. For years, many riders believed a proper cruiser had to be a giant 1,500 cubic centimeter machine weighing nearly as much as a small pickup truck. Kawasaki challenged that idea when it introduced the Vulcan 900. It offered the classic American cruiser look riders loved, but in a package that was easier to manage, easier to maintain, and far less intimidating for everyday use. More than a decade later, it remains one of the smartest cruiser designs Japan has ever produced. Power comes from a liquid-cooled 903 cubic centimeter V-twin engine producing strong low-end torque and smooth acceleration throughout the rev range. The engine isn't focused on top speed numbers or aggressive performance. Instead, it delivers the kind of relaxed power that cruiser riders actually want. Roll on the throttle, and the bike responds with a satisfying surge of torque, making highway cruising effortless. Combined with its low seat height and balanced chassis, the Vulcan 900 inspires confidence whether you're riding across town or crossing state lines. One of the biggest reasons riders fall in love with this motorcycle is how easy it is to own. Unlike many cruisers that rely on chains, the Vulcan 900 uses a low-maintenance belt drive system. That means less time adjusting and lubricating components and more time enjoying the open road. Kawasaki's legendary reliability record also plays a huge role here. These engines routinely accumulate tens of thousands of miles with minimal issues, making them a favorite among riders who value dependability above everything else. The Vulcan 900 Classic has earned its place among the greatest Japanese cruisers because it strikes a near-perfect balance between size, comfort, reliability, and affordability. It delivers the cruiser experience most riders want without the drawbacks of oversized touring machines. But while Kawasaki focused on creating the perfect middleweight cruiser, the next motorcycle on our list went in the opposite direction. It became one of the most luxurious and powerful cruisers Japan ever built. And trust me, it changed the cruiser world forever. Number 4. Yamaha Vi-Star 1300 Tourer. The Yamaha Vi-Star 1300 Tourer often gets overshadowed by bigger and more expensive motorcycles, but that's exactly why it deserves a spot on this list. It combines classic cruiser styling with enough touring capability to make long-distance travel feel effortless. With its large fenders, comfortable floorboards, chrome accents, and timeless design, it looks every bit like a traditional American-style cruiser while delivering the reliability Japanese motorcycles are famous for. Its 1,304 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled V-twin produces strong low-end torque and smooth acceleration. You don't need to rev it hard, just roll on the throttle and let the engine do the work. The power delivery is predictable and relaxed, making it ideal for mature riders who appreciate effortless cruising rather than chasing top-speed numbers. Whether you're riding through mountain roads, coastal highways, or small-town backroads, the V-Star feels composed and comfortable at virtually any speed. The shaft drive system adds another layer of convenience. Yamaha designed this bike for riders who value simplicity. Maintenance requirements are minimal, and reliability is exceptional. Many owners report well over 100,000 miles with little more than routine servicing. Unlike chain-driven cruisers, there's no constant adjustment, cleaning, or lubrication. For retired riders who would rather spend time riding than wrenching, that simplicity becomes a major advantage. The riding position is relaxed, the windshield provides excellent wind protection, and the factory saddlebags make weekend trips and cross-country adventures easy. The plush seat remains comfortable even after several hours in the saddle, while the bike's balanced chassis inspires confidence despite its size. It's the kind of motorcycle that quietly does everything well without demanding attention. For many riders, it's the perfect balance between cruiser comfort and touring practicality. Yet our next motorcycle takes long-distance comfort to an entirely different level and has become one of the most respected touring cruisers Japan has ever produced. At number 3, Suzuki Boulevard C90T. The Suzuki Boulevard C90T is one of those cruisers that never received the attention it truly deserved. While many riders focused on bigger names in the cruiser world, Suzuki quietly built a motorcycle that excelled at exactly what cruiser riders value most: comfort, reliability, and effortless long-distance touring. The moment you sit in the saddle, you realize this bike was designed for covering miles without wearing out its rider. The relaxed ergonomics, wide floorboards, large windshield, and factory hard saddlebags create a touring experience that feels far more premium than its used market price would suggest. Power comes from a massive 1,462 cubic centimeter fuel-injected V-twin engine that produces a mountain of low-end torque. You don't need to constantly shift gears or chase high RPMs. Simply roll on the throttle and the Boulevard surges forward with smooth, predictable power. The deep exhaust note perfectly matches the bike's personality, confident without being obnoxious. Suzuki also equipped the C90T with a shaft drive system, eliminating chain maintenance and making ownership remarkably simple. Combined with the engine's proven durability, this is a motorcycle capable of accumulating well over 100,000 miles when properly maintained. What truly makes the C90T special is how balanced it feels on the road. Despite its large size, it remains stable, comfortable, and surprisingly easy to manage for experienced riders. Whether you're cruising scenic backroads, crossing state lines, or spending an entire weekend touring, the Boulevard feels like it was built specifically for the task. It's one of the most underrated Japanese cruisers ever made. But as good as the Suzuki is, our next motorcycle became so influential that it helped shape what riders around the world expect from a modern cruiser. Number 2. Honda Shadow Aero 750. Sometimes greatness isn't about having the biggest engine, the most chrome, or the highest horsepower number. Sometimes it's about building a motorcycle that simply works year after year without drama. That's exactly what Honda achieved with the Shadow Aero 750. Introduced as a classic cruiser with timeless styling, the Aero combines deep valenced fenders, wire spoke wheels, and plenty of chrome to create a look that never goes out of fashion. Even today, parked next to much newer motorcycles, the Shadow Aero still looks elegant and refined. Power comes from Honda's proven liquid-cooled 745 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, producing smooth and predictable performance that makes every ride enjoyable. The engine delivers strong low-end torque, allowing riders to cruise comfortably without constantly shifting gears. One of the biggest advantages is the shaft drive system, which eliminates the need for chain cleaning and adjustment. Combined with Honda's legendary reliability, the Aero becomes one of the easiest motorcycles to own. Many examples have accumulated well over 100,000 miles with little more than routine maintenance, proving why Honda's reputation for durability remains unmatched. For riders over 50, the Shadow Aero hits a sweet spot that few motorcycles can match. The low seat height inspires confidence, the riding position is relaxed, and the overall balance makes the bike feel lighter than its actual weight. It's comfortable enough for long weekend rides, yet manageable enough for everyday cruising around town. The Aero doesn't demand attention or try to impress with flashy technology. It simply delivers a smooth, dependable, and enjoyable riding experience every time you turn the key. And while this Honda is one of the finest cruisers ever built, our number one pick is a motorcycle that took Japanese cruising luxury to an entirely different level. Number 1. Honda Valkyrie. The Honda Valkyrie isn't just a cruiser, it's an event. Introduced in the late 1990s, the Valkyrie took the legendary six-cylinder engine from Honda's Goldwing and placed it into a cruiser chassis. The result was something completely unique. While other cruisers relied on traditional V-twins, Honda unleashed a 1,520 cubic centimeter flat-six powerhouse that delivered turbine-smooth performance, unlike anything else on the road. Twist the throttle and the Valkyrie surges forward with effortless authority. The engine is incredibly smooth, remarkably refined, and deceptively fast. It has enough torque to make passing effortless while remaining comfortable enough for all-day rides. Even today, few cruisers feel quite like it. Of course, Honda equipped the Valkyrie with shaft drive. Given the power and touring capability of the bike, it was the perfect choice. Owners routinely praise the machine's durability, with many examples accumulating hundreds of thousands of miles. It's one of those rare motorcycles that seems almost over-engineered in the best possible way. What truly makes the Valkyrie special is how it combines comfort, performance, reliability, and character into a single package. It feels luxurious without being fragile, powerful without being intimidating, and unique without being strange. More than 2 decades after its introduction, it remains one of the greatest Japanese cruiser motorcycles ever built. So there you have it. 5 legendary Japanese cruisers that prove you don't need complicated technology or endless maintenance to enjoy motorcycling. Which one would you choose for your garage? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more motorcycle adventures. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video.